apparently it's because there's only 200,000 people here and there just isn't enough people to make it not busy. So there you go, that's the great answer. But the good thing is we're on our way to the caves in Phong Nha. I learned from our driver how to say Phong Nha. Just have to relax, he says. We'll meet our driver and our other people later.
My name is Tuyển, 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 my real name, Vietnamese name, and I have nickname. You can call me by nickname Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah, and he's the driver. He's also my colleague. He's a cook. Yeah.
Morning.
You can call him by a nickname because he has a nickname very cute. Yeah, you call him by nickname Noodle.
Noodle.
Yeah, and he's my colleague too. He's Huang. Yeah.
Morning, everybody.
Yeah. Today we are very happy. We are very proud. We do the tour with all of you. Yeah. There are two kinds of tour today. The first group, one person of you, you do the Paradise Cave and Dark Cave. Yeah. 9 people of you do the Paradise Cave and Phong Nha Cave. In the morning, you do the Paradise Cave together. When you finish the Paradise Cave, we go separate to group. The Dark Cave with my colleague and Phong Nha Cave with me. You finish our tour, we get back in Dong Hoi about 5 to 5:30. You should do the Paradise Cave first because you don't skip because very pretty. Amazing, spectacular, incredible, stunning colors. The Paradise Cave. Wow. Yeah. I'm sure you haven't seen before. Yeah. No words couldn't describe the beauty of cave, Paradise Cave. Yeah. Some people call name Heaven Cave or Paradise Cave, only one. So we translate English to Vietnamese. We name Dong Thiên Đường. D-O-N-G, Dong is mean cave, Thiên Đường is mean paradise, Paradise Cave, Dong Thiên Đường, the longest right cave in Asia. And this cave was discovered very quite new since 2005 and was opened for public 2010, like 15 years ago. Yeah, the Paradise Cave.
Illegal is not accepted. You can enjoy life here. And Vietnamese people not pay many taxes actually. Not pay many taxes. You know what I mean? Like tax income, something like that.
As you can see, the landscape is starting to change now and looks really beautiful. Rice fields. I think that I'm staying fairly close to this area. I presume this is the main town of Phong Nha. Looks like a nice little place. This area reminds me a lot of Guilin in China. Yeah, I think that my place where I'll be staying is probably going to be on the screen right about now. Gorgeous. That's the river, just like in Guilin. Looks like it's the start of burning season, which apparently is a bit of a problem for some people because there's so much smoke apparently. Church there. There's the van that we came in. The name of the tour company is Discovery. Phong Nha Discovery. There's our little group. I think we have Australia, Netherlands, the UK, and Vietnam. Beautiful area. Hopefully it will not rain. So first up today is Paradise Cave. Apparently we have to walk a couple kilometers to get there. Lots of places to eat here, bathrooms. Not very warm though today. Feels like it's only about maybe 20 degrees Celsius walking through the forest here. Goody, we get to go on a big golf cart. That'll make things a little easier. Things are so thick through here that it's kind of dark. I think that's the guy from Korea there, kind of leading the way. We have some very slow people in our group, but that's okay. Bit of a break as we get higher and higher. Again, look how thick and lush all the vegetation is. Now we're coming across some kind of a waiting area or something.
You walk in very quick, huh?
A little cave right here. Loi Bao entrance. I wonder if that's even part of it.
And you will see the cave entrance on your left hand side. The cave entrance is very small. Only 1.5 meter height and 2 meter wide. Very small entrance, but how people can found it? This cave was found by the local man. His name Ho Khen. The reason he found this cave in 2005 summer times, he came into the jungle with a gun to looking for some animals. And because of the cool air, the different temperature inside and outside. Outside summer 45 degrees Celsius. It's freaking hot. But inside always stay 18, like I told you. So the air can go into the cave and then cool down, and then pressure pushed. And from here to Laos border, only 20 kilometers. Yeah. So you guys follow the cave. You guys can go to Laos without visa. No one know. And then you die, no one know too.
It's into the cave. Total length of the Paradise Cave about 31.4 kilometers long. And this cave is the longest right in Asia. There are 3 big entrances of the cave. The first entrance is over here. Second entrance at 7 kilometers. Last one at 31.4 kilometers. So temperature in the cave never change year round. About 18 to 22 degrees inside. In summer, very hot, humid, 45 degrees. But in the cave, about 22 degrees inside. In winter, very cold, freezing, like a 10, 15 degrees. But in the cave, warmer. So they name Paradise Cave.
We've been given the spiel about the cave, which I recorded some of it. We've been given an hour and 10 minutes, and we're allowed to separate and go at our own pace and do our own thing, which is great. So I'll pick back up once I get to the bottom of these stairs inside the cave proper. Already we have a very impressive column right here. And it's nicely, subtly lit instead of a whole bunch of wild and crazy colors like some caves are lit up with. Looks to be about 4 stories tall in the tallest area down here. And that's very impressive. Not quite a column yet, but maybe someday it will be. Pretty impressive. So we're going to be going about 1 kilometer in and then 1 kilometer back. And it seems to be working better if I let everybody get ahead of me so I can take my time. This is the lower area of that same column. Well, sorry, not a column. It's like a 3/4 column. Just a wee little singular stalagmite there. So Chocolate said that there's over 300 caves in this area, and then approximately, I think it was about 36 are open for tours and venturing into. Might be hard to tell, but that's actually a little lagoon of water down there. And Chocolate also mentioned that further down it can be all filled up with water, so you'd literally have to use scuba diving equipment to get anywhere, which would be a little freaky, I would think. This section over to the right's really cool. Some more water. Pretty impressive size. This one is not quite a column either. Just about. More amazing columns. This might be the most impressive formation so far. Huge column. It's about the size of our most giant trees on Vancouver Island, if not a little bigger. Just amazing. Definitely rivals the caves that I saw in China. I didn't really do a lot of digging into the specifics of the insides of these caves, but I would say that they're beyond my expectation so far. All different kinds of shapes and sizes. Wow, it's just one beautiful chamber after the next. This one here isn't quite connected to the top either. Just about. And this area here is just massive. Probably a good 6 stories tall, I'd say. Wow, it's almost like a literal sculptor made these. They're so incredible. This one is a completed column. Right here, the dripping of water. My group is kind of ahead of me because I'm so slow as usual, but I have lots of time to run back if I have to. I think we're getting pretty close to the end now. There's just no lull in the impressiveness. I mean, some caves they have a feature spot here and there, but by and large a lot of the cave isn't impressive, but this one just around every corner has a new different column that makes you kind of wonder, for instance, why this one right in front of me here kind of formed in that kind of a shape. And others are kind of more sharp and differently shaped. More pools of water. Some of these look like they're precariously perched and could even maybe fall down. Yet it doesn't appear as though any ever do. Who knows, maybe that stuff is really, really strong. Just doesn't happen that way. Is this the final thing down there? I think so. Yeah, it's on. I mean, beauty's on both sides. As you can see, I'm constantly scanning back and forth. There's a little more. Huge column. Okay, I think this is the end officially here. Now, speaking of what I was just talking about, this one actually does look like it fell down. And then, behold the final area here. Certainly would be interesting to explore more, but obviously not an option. There you go. Looks like it definitely gets a little smaller through these openings over here, so this is the huge chamber. This is just a little spot on the way back that I didn't get to see on the way here. You can just see the tiny opening right there. Lots of stairs to go up. But can you imagine going inside that tiny little opening and then discovering this massive cave? Of course, you're the first one here and all you had was a flashlight. You probably wouldn't get a sense of how amazing it is, but the Vietnamese government Parks Board has done a great job of lighting it up subtly, and a really nice walkway. And I managed to make it back in our allotted time, and a couple of couples from our group is still in there, so not the last back either. The big question that I have right now that I need to answer is, can a person come here on their own and not have to pay the tour price? In other words, if I was to rent a scooter and come here on my own, can I just pay probably a much smaller entrance fee, and then there's no reason why we couldn't go in this cave alone. I mean, that's what she told us to do. We were all allowed to go in there and do our own pace. There is no mandatory guide watching us or anything. So I'm going to have to find out the answer to that one. It would save a lot of money if I can do at least a couple of the caves like that. And speaking of the costs, this tour is costing me 1,350 Vietnamese dong, which I estimate to be about 75 Canadian dollars, or about 50 US dollars. And that does include the pickup and drop off, as well as lunch and the guide, of course, giving us some interesting information. So it's not like it isn't worth $75 necessarily, but if you have to pay $75 for a tour every single day, it starts to add up pretty quickly. Oh, and some of the other tours are actually more expensive. They're more like $100 and more. As is often the case, they have all these vendor shops, pretty much all selling the same things. Silly me, I forgot to record the lunch before we ate it all. So I've been teamed up with 6 people from Poland, 3 couples, very nice people. Right, these nice people.
5 more, you can take a video of us.
Okay. There we go. That's what lunch looked like before we ate it all. Thanks.